This is going to be a quick review on the Sig Sauer P938 here. First of all, I apologize for the background music, if you can hear it, neighbors. But it's a P938, chamber 9mm. This particular version came with a one magazine only. I actually wanted to score the magazine that was extended, that gives you a better lower grip, but it is what it is. I'll get those later, it doesn't matter. Well, first off, my concern was that it wasn't going to fire very well the 115 grain bullets, as online people had been saying you need higher grains like 147, whatever the case may be. Me, wasn't a problem. I called Sig before I bought this gun and I gave them that concern. They said as long as you don't limp wrist it, you're fine. Didn't limp wrist it and I'm fine. Shoots accurately. It's awesome. No complaints about that. I had to cut my range trip short. Reason being is because basically I got kind of hurt by this trigger here. If you could see, or I'll take some pics on here. The trigger is polymer, but it's a little rough on your hand, on your trigger finger. But you know, not necessarily too much of a bother. But under recoil, what ends up happening is this right here, this little sharp edge can cut your finger. Not off the whole finger, right? But it'll nick it. It'll nick it. Never had that happen with any firearm that I've had. Never. That was one of my concerns before I bought it. I was like, whoa, is that going to cause any problems, that little gap? Unfortunately, it did. Called Sig Sauer up, told them what happened, asked them if they had a replacement trigger, maybe a little smoother one that I could just pop in there or whatever the case may be. They said, no, it's not a problem. We don't have people calling in with that. Nothing we can do about it. So, well, I'm going to fix it myself. Great gun. Not going to want to get rid of it. Don't get rid of any of my guns. I buy them for life. Research them before I do. I just don't, buy something out of curiosity. I want to make sure I make a good purchase. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is that I have a set of needle files, and I'm just going to basically kind of round it off or flatten it or something like that. Maybe go back to the range and shoot it. But yeah, it's a great gun, but just watch out for your finger there. I think what I ended up doing was putting my trigger finger a little bit too low here. But I mean, I don't want to have it too high either. So I mean, I want to shoot the way I want to shoot, and I don't want this to be a problem. So that's what I'm gonna do. So far so good. It's a good pistol. Hopefully I go back to the range this coming weekend and pump out at least another, or pump out 100 rounds through it. I was gonna pump out 100. I took 96 rounds today. I had left around maybe 20 left because of this incident. So hopefully I maybe shoot off 120 by the end of this week. But that's my take on it. Great pistol, very accurate. Does not jam so far with me, but be careful about that little trigger there. It does give you an imprint on your hand because it's so small as far as recoil. This checkering here, that's not a problem. Again, doesn't cut you, not that. Life and death situation, you're not going to care whether this makes an imprint on your hand or not. These checkerings in the back or in the front. Yeah, you definitely need to be careful about that trigger.